Thank you so much. I'm Congresswoman Diana DeGette from Colorado, and I'm the co-chair of the Pro-Choice Caucus. And I have to say, when all of us have to sit here and hear this, it makes us so grateful to both of you for your courage. And it also makes us so sick that you have to come here and talk about these things, Gracie, particularly the hardest thing you and your family ever went through, that you had the courage to come here and tell us that today. On behalf of Connor, on behalf of your family, thank you. It's not easy, and it's going to be so impactful. And Suki, thank you for coming to talk to us about how you didn't just go along with this, how you've been empowered to help your patients. I just found out that my daughter is pregnant with her second baby, and I wish that you were her technician because you could really help her. And then I think about Amber and Candy, and I think to myself, how many more are there? We don't even know their names. We speak their names. And then I think to myself, this is the United States of America. What is the matter with us as a country that we have allowed this to happen? Suki, you said that Georgia's being used as a model to expand this with Project 2025, and you are correct. I want to talk for a minute about exactly what Project 2025 will do nationwide for all women in this country, all people in this country. Instead of fixing the crisis that they caused with Dobbs, the Republicans, led by Donald Trump, are doubling down on it. You saw this in the wonderful videotape that Mr. Huffman showed, where Steve Scalise, who's the Republican leader, said that this is only a start, and he means it. 186 Congress people who serve in Congress right now have co-sponsored legislation already in Congress that says that the moment a sperm and an egg meet, that is a person. And what that means is all abortions would be banned, all abortions, no exceptions, life, incest, health, anything from inception. It would mean IVF would be banned. It would mean that many common forms of birth control would be banned. And that's what we see in Project 2025. Project 2025 calls for enforcing a backdoor nationwide abortion ban without the consent of Congress. So Congress wouldn't even have to do it. It would baselessly revoke the FDA's 24-year approval of abortion medication, which would effectively ban an essential method of birth control, and it would end federal protections for emergency abortion care, like both of you are talking about. But Project 2025 doesn't stop there. If the Republicans are given power, it would then undermine insurance coverage for emergency contraception and end no-cost birth control coverage, which would roll back decades of progress, increasing birth control's affordability and accessibility. Now, all of us know nearly every single American has used some form of birth control in their lifetime, including 99% of sexually active women. And so when Donald Trump says, don't worry, he's going to take care of women, what he means, he's going to take away 99% of our birth control. That's the America he wants us to live in. Project 2025 would encourage and even codify violations of patient privacy. This would include punishing states where abortion is legal if they do not report on the out-of-state patients who fled there seeking care. Can you imagine that? And it would include weaponizing the Department of Health and Human Services to increase data collection on pregnant women in America, including where they live, what state of pregnancy, and how and why their pregnancy was terminated. Look, it's impossible to overstate this crisis. It's a question of freedom versus control. Mm-hmm. While we are fighting to restore reproductive freedom for every single American, Project 2025 is a dangerous exercise in giving Republican politicians the tools to monitor and control over American people's bodies, and we must reject it. With that, I'm happy to recognize my co-chair of the Pro-Choice Caucus, Congresswoman Barbara Lee.